friends of the internet. I am so happy to see you. It is Tuesday on this lovely January evening. As you all know, I am your host. My name is Ben Ebick. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. We go live on Friday Friday and Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. And today we're going to be talking about a time hack that I wanted to share with you guys. And I would love to know if anyone has thought about this, because I was talking about this both on Facebook and on Clubhouse today. And this became like a very profound thought idea, even though it really shouldn't be. So what I want to talk about today with you guys is something that I'm calling the fun list. And so, since it's January, everyone's talking about like, okay, what are your goals for 2021? What do you want to accomplish this year? Because the last one didn't go so great. So as everyone's talking about this, like usually what you do in a business is that you section out your quarterly goals. Like, okay, what are we going to do in this quarter? What are we going to do in the second quarter of the year? And then what are we going to do in quarter 3, quarter 4, and so on. I thought to myself, I had this nerdy idea over the weekend. It's like, you know what? I'm going to sit down. It's like, I'm going to spread out, and I'm going to put all the video games that I want to play this year over into a Google list. I'm going to spread those out, and I'm going to visually see what do I want to what video games do I want to play this year? Because I'm a nerd, and that's what I do. And I put them out on this list, and I thought, wow, this is a lot. How am I going to accomplish all this? So what I did then, as any entrepreneur would, is that I broke it out into each quarter. And so okay, quarter 1, we're going to do this. And then quarter 1, we're going to do that. And then quarter 3 and 4, we're going to play this and this. And then this became more than just the video games. This became all the fun things that I want to do this year. This became okay, I'd also like to take this trip. I'd also like to do this. It became so much more than that. And I noticed there's fun things that I want to do this year that involve both spending money and spending time. And it's interesting when you look at this from a bird's eye perspective of your entire year, because I'm looking at this it's interesting. Because if I wanted to just go and take a vacation right now, I'd have to go. I don't have the time or the resources, but I can get the time and the resources, and I know how to do those things. But I can say to myself, how many times have we said to ourselves, oh yeah, I'm gonna take a vacation this year, and then we don't do those things. So I said to myself, I'd like to take a vacation this year. I'm going to take a vacation to this place, and I'm going to do this, and it's going to and I know, because I'm a planning out kind of guy, that if I say I'm going to take a vacation to a destination, I already know that how much money that is going to cost and how much time that's going to cost. And we already know that time is the most valuable thing in the world. So when I'm planning out my Q1 through Q4 fun goals of the year, I'm realizing, wow, there's some fun things that I want to do this year that I can't financially quite do this yet, but I can figure out how to get the finances. And more even importantly, there's some fun things I want to do this year that I don't need any more finances. I have the ability to do. I just need the time in my schedule in order to do those fun things. And that gave me a really bird's eye view perspective. I am planning out my Q1 through Q4 fun goals before I'm planning out my Q1 through Q4 business goals. And I've never heard of anyone actually talking about this. Because we as entrepreneurs, we sometimes, we enjoy what we do. We immensely enjoy what we do. And that is sometimes the paradox of it, is that we become enthralled in our work, that sometimes we get consumed by it and we forget why we actually started doing what it is that we're doing in the first place. And so by having this perspective of organizing out my fun goals, I then realized, like, wow, I'm planning this out, and I'm not sitting here saying, like, oh man, like I'd love to travel more this year, because I'm sure a lot of you said that as your like New Year's Eve resolution. Or maybe you said something like, I think like the most popular New Year's resolution is like, oh yeah, I'd like to get into a relationship. But by making this Q1 through Q4 fun goal for the year, I'm then actually planning out, like, okay, this is the window in the year when I'm actually going to accomplish that goal. So say, like, I'll give you a couple of examples that you guys might be making for New Year's resolutions. Let's say your New Year's resolution is like you want to get a PS5 because they're impossible to find. And if you said, like, I'm going to get a PS5 in like the third quarter of the year, you are completely justified in saying that. Then, like, okay, I'm going to get a PS5 in the third quarter of the year. I don't have the money right now. But then you can realistically make plans for quarter 1 and quarter 2 for how to do that. Like, okay, quarter 1, we're going to like find the means to like get a job or something. Or if you're in the entrepreneur world, like quarter 1, we're going to like build a funnel on how to like on raising capital for that. And then quarter 2, we're going to like work on the upsells, like find where the pitfalls were in the funnel. And then by quarter 3, we should have enough money to have a PS5. Or let's say like your goal is to get into a relationship, but we as entrepreneurs are completely consumed by our businesses. I myself do not do much outdoor socializing. I do internet socializing. But let's say that's your goal. It's like, okay, so clearly, what am I not doing right now in order to get into a relationship? So maybe you set a Q1 and Q2 goals. Like I need to identify where the people are that are single that I would be interested in dating, and spend more time in those places, and put some time blocks on my schedule to get to where the single people are. And that way by Q3 we should be in a relationship. And it's so much different than just simply, and again, I've been guilty of this in the past too, of then just simply saying like, I would like to be in a relationship, and then just as we would call it, like hope marketing, like simply hoping to like say that wish on New Year's and then hoping that it comes true throughout the year. But I think it's important for us, especially as entrepreneurs, to set these fun goals first before you set your Q1 through Q3 business goals, because it's important that we don't lose focus of what we're actually working towards when we are going to be setting our sights on our future business goals. This is something I wanted to share with you guys. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below if you really enjoyed this talk, and if you what your personal Q1 through Q4 fun goals are going to be for this New Year's. And if you want to learn how to monetize and build your own YouTube channel like we have right here, it looks so beautiful. We are going to be having a second round of our mastermind here, our lovely YouTube mastermind, and the sign up link for that is going to be in the description of this video. So if you're interested in that, I look forward to seeing you in there. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I deeply love and appreciate all of you, and have a safe and a happy and healthy day.